Hello, this is Sundry Sports for Thursday, June 25th. We have Cowboys Wire, brought to you by USA Today. Speed kills, but it pumps life into Jean-Vay Johnson's roster chances. A young player's growth from year one to year two is always a fascinating sight, taking what he has improved on in the off-season, and blah, 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 blah. This was a headline yesterday.
They always update a lot because there's nothing going on.
Yeah, I know, but they always start, the very top one is always something that I've seen before, but this next one I haven't seen before. So why didn't they lead with the new thing? Ezekiel Elliott. I would love to have Jamal Adams on the Dallas Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott is dealing with a positive diagnosis of the virus that has claimed over 120,000 lives in the United States alone.
He's over it.
But in something, let's see what that says. The virus that has claimed over 120,000 lives in the United States alone. That's not what that means. Just saying. Not all of those people died from that virus.
Yeah.
But anyway, in a video chat with Cowboys superfan and YouTube host Scooter Magruder, the running back was...
Scooter
Magruder. The running back was still asked about the team's chances of landing disgruntled Jets safety Jamal Adams in a trade. And the 24-year-old three-time Pro Bowler confessed to a sentiment shared by many in Cowboys Nation. I would love to have Jamal Adams on the Dallas Cowboys. Elliott was one of multiple Cowboys and Texans players to test positive for coronavirus, as revealed earlier this month. So no more on Jamal Adams.
Of course not.
Okay. How long is this video?
Zeke, would you like Jamal Adams to be on the Dallas Cowboys?
I would love to have Jamal Adams on the Dallas Cowboys.
Are you happy, Chad? Of course.
I would love to.
We want a great defender on our team.
But that decision is above my pay grade. So I'm sorry, I can't help you with that.
There it is.
Okay. Back. Cowboys news. Prescott racing with Watson. Tank talks Jerry silence. It had been weeks since there was any real news on the Dak Prescott contract negotiations until he signed his franchise tag.
Nobody cared.
Yeah. But this is a new one that's a whole bunch of different news bits, so we'll see. The tag ensures Prescott will spend another year in Dallas, but it feels more like a bridge to the long-awaited long-term deal. Or the long-awaited trade. Deshaun Watson of the Texans is set to sign a pricey extension soon. If the Cowboys could sign their signal caller before their Houston counterpart, it could save them millions. DeMarcus Lawrence speaks on Jerry Jones's silence and suggests what he believes will help our country change for the better. Travis Frederick was given the George Halas Award for overcoming adversity. The Cowboys are once again in daily Jamal Adams rumors. Below are 3 trade scenarios where Dallas lands the All-Pro safety. CeeDee Lamb is poised for big things in just his first year, and Leighton Vander Esch should join the ranks of the best linebackers in the league. Agreed. All that and more. Here are the news and notes for June 23rd, 2020, so from 2 days ago. But this is the first time that this has been in the Cowboys Wire email. Deshaun Watson reportedly pushing for 3-year extension, another potential factor for Dak Prescott. With Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson looking to ink an extension, the Cowboys would be advised to lock in Dak Prescott to avoid his price going up. Let's just see how he performs this year, huh? Cowboys Travis Frederick named 2020 George Halas Award winner. The George Halas Award is given to the NFL player, coach, or staff member who overcomes the most adversity to succeed. I've been wondering what that was for. Travis Frederick, who overcame Guillain-Barré syndrome to play another high-level season in 2019 was an easy choice for the prestigious award. DeMarcus Lawrence shrugs off Jerry Jones' silence, says NFL money over protests advances change. Aha. DeMarcus Lawrence shrugs off Jerry Jones' silence, says NFL money over protests advances change. DeMarcus Lawrence is indifferent on Jerry Jones' silence and believes reaching the youth will provoke change.
Yeah, just leave Jerry Jones alone.
Yeah.
Shit, bruh.
Oh, good morning football. Rookies we're most confident in heading into 2020. Heading into 20. It feels weird to say the year is just 20. CeeDee Lamb fell to Dallas at number 17, and it was a perfect situation for both Lamb and the Cowboys. This dream scenario has raised expectations on all parties involved, especially the young wideout out of Oklahoma.
Did you see Whiteout?
Oh, Dak tips his cowboy hat after signing.
I so hate that fucking picture.
That can't be the first time he's worn a cowboy hat. There's no way that's the first time. But yeah, seems a little
Like, fuck you, dude. He doesn't want to be
I
here.
don't
He
know.
wants to just keep getting paid more and more money,
Yeah.
which you can renegotiate. You can get out of your contract, right? If you sign for 5 years for X amount of money and your price goes up exponentially, Jerry historically has adjusted for that.
Cowboys roster reset. How offseason signings and Lamb draft pick will impact 2020. Cowboys reporter Jane Slater of NFL Network runs down all the notable roster moves Dallas has made in preparation for the upcoming season. Joe Philbin's facing similar issues former OL coach couldn't overcome. Brian Martin breaks down how familiar issues will challenge new offensive line coach Joe Philbin. Dallas Cowboys, 3 possible trade scenarios for safety Jamal Adams. Michael H. Vu discusses 3 trade scenarios for the Cowboys to acquire safety Jamal Adams that include Michael Gallup, Tony Pollard, and Xavier Woods. No, trading Michael Gallup would be a bad idea.
Would it be?
No. I mean, yes.
To get Jamal Adams. Knowing we got Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb.
Michael Gallup was good last year, and
Yeah, he got 1,100 yards.
I think he's just going to keep getting better. And I don't think that we needed to keep Amari Cooper as much as some people did.
It's okay. But yes, I want to keep Michael Gallup too.
Okay,
Especially because then we have CeeDee Lamb, so then we'll actually have 2 receivers when we go on road games.
Yeah. Top 10 linebackers in the NFL. Leighton Vander Esch and Roquan Smith poised for huge third-year breakouts. Leighton Vander Esch had a stellar rookie year, but injuries and inconsistency contributed to his sophomore slump. CBS Sports' Sean Wagner McGuff ranks his top 10 linebackers and explains why Vander Esch is likely for a bounce-back season in 2020.
I don't think that if my name was Raquan, I would have that pronunciation. Because there's no reason not to say that rock on. Because I'm Rock On Smith, y'all.
Maybe that's how he says it. I don't know. I've never heard it.
I've never heard it either. So if it's not Rock On, that's a missed opportunity.
Maybe that's like his slogan. Rock on, Raquan. Dak Prescott has 97 touchdown passes and 21 rushing touchdowns in his career. The 7th instance of a quarterback with 90 pass touchdowns and 20 rush touchdowns in a 4-season span in NFL history. Prescott is the only one to do it in his first 4 seasons.
What are they bragging about?
He's the first quarterback to have 90 pass touchdowns and 20 rush touchdowns in a 4-season span. I guess that's cool.
That is cool. That is super cool.
Can
Still
Ventel Bryant turn a 100% touchdown ratio into a 2020 gig with Cowboys? Former Temple star Ventel Bryant's only catch a year ago for the Dallas Cowboys was a touchdown. And I've been wondering how many catches contributed to that 100%.
War and peace.
In the latest player profile, Julius Settles Jr. dives into the career of Bryant and how he could possibly stick around with the new coaching staff. Ezekiel Elliott primed for best season of his career in 2020. John Williams breaks down how star running back Ezekiel Elliott could have his best season yet in 2020. That'd be nice. Dak Prescott is in rare company as a passer and rusher at the quarterback position. Dak Prescott has done nothing but produce since entering the NFL in 2016, except producing playoff wins and and Super Bowls. Just saying. And his statistical accomplishments have put him in a league of his own when it comes to rushing and passing touchdowns. Okay, that's all. Boop. Bill O'Reilly is making headlines. Find out why. Blake Bell will try to be blocking tight end in Cowboys wide receiver dominated attack. The Dallas Cowboys have a question mark at tight end and a litany of options to answer it. The team was able to rely on somebody. Revive your world of sound. Request free sample from Eargo. More headlines. Ventel Bryant. Cowboys face masks. The Cowboys news when Prescott was going to sign the tag. Report. NFL players will arrive on time on July 28th. Cowboys too? Well, I should hope so. Cowboys news, what Jamal Adams is worth. Randy Gregory's path back to Cowboys, blah, blah, blah. Moving on. The ESPN Daily. Good morning! In any other year, we would be honoring National Handshake Day. But in 2020, handshakes feel about as risky as drafting Antonio Brown in your 2019 Fantasy Football League. Yeah, if you don't know anything. All aboard the fist bump train. Here's your ESPN Daily. Listen up. Will there be college football in 2020? College football faces a unique set of challenges in planning its return. With hundreds of schools and thousands of players, no centralized bubble is possible, and there aren't even any centralized guidelines or decisions. At college programs throughout the country, schools are presenting players with waivers to sign, indicating that they accept the risks of training and playing amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Meanwhile, the COVID-19 panic. Meanwhile, teams are seeing more and more positive tests for the coronavirus. On today's episode of the ESPN Daily Podcast, Spencer Hall explains the variety of approaches and impacts we are seeing and how players are finding their voices on the return to play, just as they have in recent weeks on other prevalent social issues. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, did you hear that the Hall of Fame game got canceled?
What?
Yeah, it's canceled.
No!
Yeah.
That was the Steelers and the Cowboys.
I know.
Why?
What do you think?
COVID?
Well, yeah.
Coronavirus?
Panic.
Beer bug? Chicken shits?
Why college sports can't return to business as usual. Although a debate over the future of college athletics might feel inconsequential in light of the coronavirus crisis and the growing movement for social justice, according to Senator Chris Murphy and Draymond Green, it's more like social injustice. According to Senator Chris Murphy and Draymond Green, it has never been more necessary. Both the panic and the fight for racial justice, or injustice, have served to highlight the fundamental inequities in college sports today. In an op-ed for ESPN, Murphy and Green provide their view on the importance of compensation for college athletes after the emergence of COVID-19. HBCUs emerging as serious contenders for top talent. Going to an HBCU wouldn't be too bad. Those were the words of high school basketball phenom Mikey Williams in a June 2nd tweet, just days after a weekend filled with protests and social unrest across the country. What is an HBCU?
Historical Black University.
Ah.
Because stuff and things.
Because they're going to be getting extra money.
Yeah, they'll get extra money, but also it'd be nice for them to start getting athletes back. But all the privilege and the legal fees and stuff that lets people who aren't qualified get into places they're not prepared for.
Mm-hmm.
That's been hurting historical black universities and colleges, because all the big name schools that are not historically black universities and colleges
Mm-hmm.
have been stealing all their good players, like all their prospects, because they're not going to get the TV deal because they're a historical black college and they're not winning every single game, blah blah blah.
Okay.
So the big markets get all the big athletes. So if they give more incentive to keep good athletes at historical black colleges, maybe we get more people to go start going back to historical black colleges.
Why do they call them... Why do they have to use historical?
Because historically they were black colleges. And
But they're not, so they're not now?
Oh no, they don't. I think they have to let you in if you're a white person now, but in all honesty, why would you want to be that person? Why would you want to be the one white kid in your class?
Well, because you should be able to feel safe and comfortable, because people are people.
No, but you wouldn't feel safe and comfortable. You would be ridiculed and treated like shit.
But that's not how it should be.
That's how it is. It's like
St.
the
Philip's.
one different person in the class.
St. Philip's is an historically black college.
Is it?
I went there for a short time.
Since when?
I didn't know that, but I learned it when I was there.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was part of the Alamo Community Colleges. Alamo Community
It
Colleges
is.
is not historically black college.
I know, but St. Philip's was. Anyway.
Oh, so they just appropriate in St. Philip's.
I guess so.
Racist.
Took them under their wing. Williams' statement about potentially playing for a historically black college, it said it there, I could have just kept reading, or university, garners extensive social traction and national media attention. Since that tweet, Division I HBCUs have ramped up their recruiting efforts of 5-star and high major prospects in the next 2 recruiting classes. 5-star rising senior Trevor Keels landed 3 HBCU offers. 5-star rising junior Brandon Huntley Hatfield picked up at least 4 HBCU offers. Top-tier junior college prospect Elbert Ellis included North Carolina Central on his final list, and several other 5-star prospects have begun to include HBCUs among their scholarship offers. I think it would change the culture forever, Huntley Hatfield said. I think it would change the culture forever if I went to an historically black college. That's a little arrogant.
For real.
It would change the game of basketball altogether if one of us chose a different pathway to make our dream come true and help our community. It just opens up a whole new bridge of opportunity. I feel like it would be a domino effect. Okay, good for y'all. Things to watch. That's true crime detective Jay Cutler to you. Okay. Finally, the unexpected... That's true crime detective Jay Cutler to you.
Nice.
Finally,
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me read it.
Tell me.
Finally, the unexpected 2020 plotline we deserve. Jay Cutler discovered Instagram stories. Okay. The former NFL quarterback and reality star took to the platform to share his hunt for a chicken serial killer.
Chicken serial killer.
Cutler explained that several of his chickens have turned up dead in recent days, and he is determined to find the person/animal/thing responsible. "We've got a chicken serial killer on the loose," Cutler said. "We've lost quite a few.
Bet money it's a fox.
Tonight we're going to set up a trail camera to see if it's a coyote, bobcat, or raccoon. It could be anything. I'm not sure."
What if it is a coon? Will he be able to arrest the coon?
But enough is enough. These ladies are a little edgy right now. The chickens, I'm guessing, are the ladies.
Yeah.
We've got to figure things out. There is one other possibility. It could be an inside job. Remember earlier this week when I lauded retirement Eli Manning? This is the end of the quote. The quote's over. Remember earlier this week when I lauded retirement Eli Manning? Well, retirement Jay Cutler is tops. You best believe I'll be checking back for updates. Not all heroes wear capes. Overheard. Oh, it's a Bubba Wallace quote. Oh, it's this Bubba Wallace quote. "This should not detract from the show of unity we had on Monday and the progress we've made as a sport to be a more welcoming environment for all." Bubba Wallace in a statement after the FBI's findings that he was not the victim of a hate crime, which the ESPN Daily is finally addressing. They didn't say a word about it yesterday, after including it as one of their top stories the day before. A more welcoming environment for all. Unless you like the Confederate flag, because then you're not welcome. And I knew it was going to be like this. As when in my video after the FBI's findings, I knew somebody was going to be like, yes, but it's still important that we be having these conversations. It doesn't matter because we've done something good here today. Ugh. Living lies. So much lie. Remember when? On this date in 2009, Steph Curry was drafted by the Golden State Warriors. Curry, fresh off a huge 2008 NCAA tournament with Davidson, believed he was headed to the Big Apple to play for the Knicks. I wanted to go to New York and thought I was going to New York, Curry said on Showtime's All the Smoke podcast. At the draft in the green room, I was like, oh, get to the 8th spot and New York can get me. And then I got the call from former Warriors GM Larry Riley, like, we're going to pick you in the 7th spot. 3 championship rings, 2 MVP trophies, and 5 consecutive trips to the NBA Finals later, I would say things have turned out all right for Chef Curry in the Bay. Until next time, remember, while we're on the subject of Steph Curry, it feels like as good a time as any to recall when, in a strange turn of events, I interviewed the aforementioned Splash Bro for 11 minutes on Periscope Live at the 2016 ESPYs. I don't remember much of what I said, but I do know I attempted a joke about Curry peaking when he was name-dropped in a Drake song. I peaked when he gave me a courtesy laugh. This has been your ESPN Daily for June 25th, 2020. Okie dokie. That's all for today. Thank you, ESPN, and goodbye.